Greetings everyone, and welcome to another DVD Blu-ray update. Today I got a few new things for the comedy and drama sections. Yeah, not often I get stuff for comedy and drama. I'm usually all about sci-fi and cartoons and horror and stuff, but yeah, once in a while I like something a little more down to earth, and well, that's what I got today. So let's check them out. Comedy and drama DVD Blu-ray update today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. So, the first very down-to-earth, non-genre comedy I got was Inspector Gadget. Okay, maybe they're not all that down-to-earth. But anyway, this is, of course, the live-action movie of Inspector Gadget from Disney. Yeah, it's not a great movie, I'll be perfectly honest with you, but it's a little bit nostalgic for me. I did see it in the theater with my brother. Back when it first came out, we saw it in this little hole-in-the-wall theater, and it was a lot of fun. Maybe I'll tell you the story about that sometime. But, yeah, as most of you may know, I recently picked up the complete series of the cartoon, the original 80s cartoon of Inspector Gadget. I just inhaled my own saliva. Wow. So much for one take. I don't have time for this. We're racing against the clock here. I took a gummy just before we filmed, so seeing how many videos I can film before it kicks in. Just a bit of fun. Stop hiccuping. Jesus Christ. Alright. So it made me kind of nostalgic for all things Inspector Gadget. So even though it's not great, well, the DVD was cheap, and I thought, why not? It'd be kind of fun to see it again. I haven't seen it since I saw it in the theater, actually. So this, of course, stars Matthew Broderick as Inspector Gadget. I thought at the time that was an odd casting choice. I still think it's an odd casting choice. But, hey, what can you do? It's, yeah. So, well, hold on, that's upside down. There we go. So, you know, nice disc art, chapter list. Anything else on the insert there? Yeah, just the movie poster. And there we go. So, yeah, anyway, so that'll be fun to check that out and just kind of be 8 years old again. Next up, I got Inspector Gadget 2, which I thought was direct-to-home video, but I think it did have a short theatrical run as well. In this case, we have French Stewart as Inspector Gadget, which I honestly think is a much better casting choice. I could definitely easily see him playing a live-action version of Gadget, so kind of looking forward to this one. I've never seen it before. From what I've read from other fans, this one is much closer in tone to the show, and just generally better. One of the big issues people had with this one, myself included, was that, well, you see Dr. Claw's face through the whole damn movie. It's like, do you even Inspector Gadget, bro? Like, you never see Claw's face. So apparently in this one, they kind of play around with that a little bit, where you almost see his face in a lot of shots, but then you don't. So they have a bit of fun with that in this, and go back to the mystery of Dr. Claw and what he looks like and so forth. So anyway, looking forward to checking this one out. It's quite loaded for extras, I have to say. I was kind of surprised by that. It has more extras than the first one, including like 2 audio commentaries and tons of featurettes and outtakes and deleted scenes, and yeah, cool. They really went all out for this one, apparently. Whereas, what does this one have? It has it has 1 featurette and a trailer. Oh, and a music video. And that's it. That's all we got for the first one. So, I don't know. Whatever. In terms of inserts, do we have anything here? Got a Disney Movie Club ad. And some pretty nice disc art there. So, there you go. Again, these were pretty cheap. So I figured, what the heck, let's add them to the Inspector Gadget collection. Next up, speaking of Inspector Gadget, I picked up a little something featuring the man who was the voice of Gadget originally. The Blu-ray release of the Nude Bomb from Kino Lorber. This, of course, is the theatrical movie based on Get Smart. It's from, what, 1980? Yeah, 1980. I actually did see this in the theater when I was a kid, because I was a huge fan of the show. I used to watch it all the time in repeats. And, you know, it's all right. I think the TV movie that came a few years later, Get Smart Again, was a better reunion film. This one doesn't really have anybody in it from the show other than Maxwell Smart. So I've always kind of thought of this almost as a prequel to the series, because it just has Max operating alone, and there's really not very many characters from the show in it, and you know, but it's still fun. It still has that kind of, you know, silliness that the show had. And this one's actually got quite a lot of extras on it. You got 2 audio commentaries, deleted and extended, and alternative dialogue scenes, a textless opening and closing credits, and a Trailers from Hell segment, and behind the scenes and promotional image galleries, and the original theatrical trailers. So very cool. Definitely an upgrade, not just for the high def, but for the extras from the bare bones DVD release of a few years ago. So yeah, looking forward to watching that one again in high definition. So it should be pretty cool. Next up, this was actually a gift from my girlfriend Ray. We have Bohemian Rhapsody. Yes, the life of Freddie Mercury and you know, Queen and all that good stuff. Played by Rami Malek as Freddie Mercury. I've become a huge fan of Rami Malek. I loved Mr. Robot, where of course he was the main character, Elliot, in that, which was just a fantastic show. I really enjoyed his performance in Until Dawn, the video game, which I think was the one that kind of introduced me to him. Just an amazing, versatile actor, so I'm really looking forward to seeing his take on Freddie Mercury in this. It's apparently quite a good film, so looking forward to it. So there you go. In terms of, yeah, I like the packaging on this, where they have the discs look like records. You see, it's kind of nice. I like that. So yeah, I think one's the DVD, one's the Blu-ray. But yeah, so I haven't watched this yet. But I mean, who isn't a big fan of Queen? I've always loved Queen. So really looking forward to checking this one out. And by the way, if you're wondering about the inside of this one, well, as with most Kino Lorber titles, not much to look at, but that's okay. It's more about the contents than about the disc art. I don't know. Anyway, last but most certainly not least, I picked up 8th Grade, which is the feature film directorial debut of YouTube sensation Bo Burnham. Yeah. Old school YouTubers might remember Bo Burnham from way back, doing essentially funny, slightly raunchy songs from his room as a teenager, and then he since went on to do a lot of live comedy and so forth. But this one was put on the map for me when I checked out his latest special on Netflix entitled Inside. So basically with Inside, he did the entire thing by himself in his room during the pandemic, so during lockdown. He spent about 6 months, I think, putting it together all by himself, and he had some help with the post-production, but all the filming and performances and composition and songs and everything were all by him. And it's just an amazing, amazing special, just so much creativity on display. And I watched an interesting YouTube video about it where it talked about some of the lighting techniques and production techniques he used to make the special, and it mentioned this film quite a bit, saying that a lot of the lighting and such that he uses in Inside, he first used in 8th Grade. So essentially this is about, you know, the effect of social media on our youth, essentially, and that's something that Bo Burnham's often talked about in his comedy and satire, is about the proliferation of social media and both the positive and negative sides of it. And in this case, we see it through the eyes of a 13-year-old girl who's kind of, you know, sucked into all the social media and so forth. And it's apparently really well done. Everybody tells me he's just a really good tearjerker and such. And I mean, seeing his special and what he did with that, I mean, he's definitely a talent to watch. Like, he's really matured as an artist ever since his early days on YouTube. So I can't wait to check this one out and see what he's done with it. Special features: we do have an audio commentary with Bo and the lead actress, Elsie Fisher. We've got deleted scenes, and You're Not Alone, Life in 8th Grade, and a music video. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that. And once again, if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend checking out Inside, which is currently streaming on Netflix. It's absolutely fantastic. It's both funny and thought-provoking and often heartbreaking, and it's just an amazing display of creativity, and I really enjoyed it a lot. I've watched it a couple times now, and really enjoyed it a lot. So looking forward to seeing his feature film debut. And that is it for the new additions to the comedy and drama selections. Kind of a mixed bag, but hey, isn't it always? Alrighty, well, that is it from me to you for now. So as always, if you'd like to add any of these to your collection, I will include Amazon links in the description down below. Big thanks to you, those of you who use my Amazon links, because they do give me a little kickback for your purchases through my links at no extra cost to you, and it does help to support the show pretty directly, so I really appreciate that. So thank you very much, guys. Big thanks to you for watching. Big thanks to my Patreon sponsors. Be sure to check me out on Twitch. I stream just about every day, and I will see you next time. Until then, sayonara.